Hey, what's going on, my little dragons? How are you feeling today? If you're feeling good, please do let me know down in the comments below. Drop a like on this video, share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to punch that subscribe button as it will help your little dragon out so very much. Now, today I'm going to be doing a review on a movie that I literally just watched called Roadhouse. This was a movie that I honestly, for a while, was really anticipating and really looking forward to watching this film because for a few reasons. One, it was a movie of one of my favorite actors, Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's doing a UFC character, and he got shredded and all of that for this character, which is why I wanted to go and check this movie out. And then on top of that, Conor McGregor was in this movie. That was, saying that Conor McGregor is in the movie and it's a UFC based movie. I was like, okay, cool. You know what he can do inside the octagon. So I was like, okay, the movie's gonna be just as, you know, energy packed, aggressive, what Conor McGregor's flavor is. It's going to be in that movie. Plus, we also reacted to the trailer of this movie, and the trailer was really good. It was really good. Conor McGregor's presence was really good, and the trailer speed and everything. The cuts were really cool, and I was like, okay, when this movie comes out, I'll definitely need to, check it out. Make any plans. I was making a plan for this film, so I checked it out last night. I was like, okay, let's leave everything. We'll go to bed a bit early, put this movie on. It comes on Amazon Prime, so I was like, let's put this movie on and check it out. Now, this movie very, very much disappointed me. I have to be honest with you and say that I don't think any film has in a while recently showed me a lot of, gave me some hope and made me wait until and talk to my friends and be like, okay, this movie's coming out, this movie's coming out. They're like, yo, I'm so excited for this film as well, man. And everybody was so excited. All my mates were excited to check this film out. Some of these guys are UFC followers and they're big fans of Conor McGregor, and they're like, Conor McGregor's in the movie, we need to check this film out. I watched the movie, and I don't know about the old Roadhouse as well. I'm just talking about this movie, and I don't know if there's so many references to that and all that stuff. That's irrelevant to me. As a film, this film really, really disappointed me. This is the only film that I can ever think of that I watched of Jake Gyllenhaal where his performance completely, there wasn't a single scene within his performance in this movie that I enjoyed, man. And I'm a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal. I loved his movie Source Code. I loved the movie Love and Other Drugs. I loved the movie. I love his Mysterio was really cool. The scenes that he comes in, his acting skills are always at the peak. End of Watch was an amazing film. So he always keeps the movie up with his acting skills. This movie is just too much build up, man. I really think the film was all it was is just showing his build up. The first scene where he goes into that some underground fight club kind of thing, I thought there was going to be a wild fight. It's going to be a bloody fight. He takes off his hood, and the guy sees his face, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Dalton, all right, no, I'm not gonna fight him," and he walks away. From that scene to him just taking when someone picks on him, he just breaks their finger. Just there's too much, and there's too much anticipation for a scene that there is no fight. And the UFC, there was no UFC fight, man. I was looking forward to seeing a UFC fight. I really did not expect that. They just show it in a video. If I'm not wrong, they only just show that little scene where he fights his friend. Apparently, so the story of the film is he's a former UFC fighter, and he kills one of his friends in a UFC fight inside the octagon. Then he comes here as a bouncer because they're dealing with some problems. He comes to a roadhouse as a bouncer because he's like dealing with some issues here. And then anyone who comes and messes with him calls him outside and he slaps them. The fights itself, man, what is that, bro? It was like a superhero fight, like kind of thing. That you can tell it looks so fake. The whole point of a fight in movies is it's supposed to look realistic. This movie's fights, it was so obnoxious. It was, it wasn't very good. You can tell it looks all fake. It doesn't look like two humans are fighting. It just looks like it's graphics. You can tell it's all graphics. So that didn't really hold well in this movie. Conor McGregor, his entry was, I think that moment was quite cool, and his the scene where he goes into the club, I kind of enjoyed that scene where he confronts Jake Gyllenhaal for the first time. That scene was okay, but honestly, nah, man, altogether that fight was too long. I think what they should have done for this film, in my opinion, what would have made this film a lot better is if they reduced all of those scenes where they're building up Jake Gyllenhaal, reduced all of that. So only like 1 or 2 scenes where they show breaks the guy's finger. No, you could keep all of it, but the length of those scenes should have been reduced. There was no need for any love or any kissing scene, and the police car when they beat him up. That all that scene was like, it was unnecessary. If they got rid of all of that, they should have showed a bit more of his UFC. I think the first scene, instead of having him go into that fight club and the guy walking away being scared of him, I think it would have held really well if they did the UFC fight scenes first. So showed why he came here and him killing the guy inside the octagon. If they showed that scene, if they just showed it just a little bit, and maybe later on in the film, like when he's going to sleep, he will dream about his past fights and stuff, and just show like 3-4 of his fights where he's beating the hell out of some people in the octagon. And then on top of that, I think the fight of Conor McGregor should have been reduced, the first one, confrontation, and maybe have him fight like 8 guys. Have 8 guys, not 80, 8 guys. Jake Gyllenhaal fight 8 guys and beat, 10 tons of hell out of all of them to a bloody mess, and show how tough he is. Because that's what they were trying to do, just trying to show how tough he is. I think that would have nicely shown everything. That would have really, elaborated on his character and really showed a lot of intensity within Jake Gyllenhaal's character, and that would have been more than enough, I think. And then have the final fight with him and Conor McGregor. I think that would have been good, but they failed to do that in this movie, and it was really disappointing for me because I love Jake Gyllenhaal. That's all the things that I love, like action movies, and I really look forward to seeing a UFC based movie, and he was doing a UFC based movie. But watching this was like, nah, it really disappointed me, man. This is the only Jake Gyllenhaal movie that completely disappointed me. I don't think any other movies, Day After Tomorrow was good. Any other movies, his presence were really good. This movie, his scenes and the fight scenes, man, nah, it wasn't even that good. It wasn't even, it just looked like a cinema fight. They didn't really put enough into, maybe everyone's opinion's different. Other people may have liked this movie. I just didn't, man. So that's all I can say. I just didn't enjoy it. If you guys enjoyed it, it's fine. But for me, I'm not going to watch this movie again. If you guys agree with me, let me know. But I think Conor McGregor's potential, his acting, he's obviously got a lot of confidence, so he can pull off a great character like this. A character like this is easy for him to pull off. But I think they wasted his character. I think they should have shown a bit more. And he's a UFC fighter, man. In a UFC movie, why didn't they use Conor McGregor in the UFC fights? If they showed, like, I thought the movie's gonna, like, first time I heard about it, I thought the movie was gonna be something about UFC and how, how Rocky is, how, and even though that's an old story, I think if they used that in this movie, maybe it would have done something, where they talk about the main character trying to be a world champion within his craft, and the life issues, the personal issues that he faces, and how he goes ahead and fights, and then wins. In the climax, he fights a really tough opponent, and they could have shown Conor McGregor like that, and how does Jake Gyllenhaal defeat Conor McGregor? If they showed, that's what I thought initially, and I think right now thinking about it, they should have probably went with that. But this movie, it really didn't hold, man. I'm not sorry. I'm just trying to say like what I'm trying to say. I was disappointed. That's all I can say. So, yeah. And I'm only saying this because I even reacted to the trailer and I was so hyped to see that. But, hey. Except for 1 or 2 scenes, maybe the bar fight scene, like the intro, the opening where he goes in and starts smashing everything. Except for maybe that was good. That was okay. And yeah, I think that was it. Apart from that, there's nothing really to say much about this movie, man. Let me know if you guys watched the movie. Tell me, man. I just told you what I need to tell you. This is just my opinion from a person who loves watching action movies and fight movies. My honest opinion on what I thought about this movie, and from a perspective of a person who's also a Jake Gyllenhaal fan. I think he is an underrated actor. I don't think they talk about him as much as they talk about maybe other actors. He's very versatile as well, and his movies He's done so many different characters, and he's always put so much dedication into his characters. So for a person like that, and me being his fan, and I've enjoyed so many films that he has done, and I really admire his acting. So another movie was Zodiac. I really admired that movie, what he could bring to the screen. Was really dope. Nightcrawler, Donnie Darko. So from seeing all these movies and being a Jake Gyllenhaal fan, and to seeing this movie, I was just really disappointed. Right, like they could have done better. That's all I can say. Like that's all I can actually say in this video. It could have been a lot better than it really was. And I'm not going to be watching this movie ever again. So that's that. Thanks so much for watching My Little Dragons. Please let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, and if you want to stay on this track and see my future videos, please punch that subscribe button, as it will help your little dragon out so very much, man. Links to my training videos, my playlists, and all of that stuff will be in the description below, so please go check those out and show your love to those videos, and I put a lot of hard work into making those videos, man. I love you all. You're all amazing. You're all awesome, man. Stay home, stay safe, stay blessed, stay awesome, my little dragons, and I will see you all in the next